Good afternoon. It's Byrne from Epiphany Trading. I'm here with my partner Joe McCandless, along with my partner Erik Kolodny. It's another wretched day in the stock market. The Dow is down 250 points, which is pretty significant percentage-wise. I think we're down 3 to 4% on the Dow. The composite was down 53 points. I'm looking on my screen. There's only 3 or 4 stocks that were actually up on our watch list, and so down 250 points at 71.1478. That's a 12-year low on the Dow. I don't know. It's going to be interesting tomorrow. I'm going to flip you over to Erik Kolodny, my partner, our chief market strategist. As our following is that he's the one who guides us through these crazy times. Erik, what's going on?
Well, even though I try to guide you through, I quite admittedly was very wrong this morning. I thought we'd have a little bit of a bounce. We absolutely did not have the bounce. But as I'm going to write in the blog tomorrow, and Brennan, you can vouch for me too, we're here to trade for 2 minutes. So if you're wrong, you quickly adapt. That's exactly, thankfully, what I did today, and I hope most of you did that as well. A few ideas for the morning would be JWN, Jack William Nancy. It's Nordstrom's. They came in line after hours today, but the whisper number was significantly lower, so the stock is trading up about 10% right now. Mohawk, MHK, warned very, very badly. The carbon maker is trading down about 2 points after hours. JP Morgan, which is why you guys who are watching me probably see me darting back and forth between my screens, it's actually trading up a little bit. They are slashing their dividend, but they said that they are guiding in line for the quarter, which is obviously a lot better than most people think. As I'm talking, it's going from 1980 to 20. A few stocks to look at as well on a technical basis. HS, which was down in earnings today, closed near a low. Humana, same sector. HUM closed near a low. OC closed near a low. Cabela, CAB, had a complete reversal today. That closed near a low, as did WellCare Health, WCG, and one more can throw in there. Everyone's favorite banana company, Chiquita brand, CQB, as well, closed on a low.
Well, Erik, I got to bring something up here. JP Morgan is rallying. It's up 50 cents from its close, roughly. It was just up a little bit better. But Wells Fargo, it's trading down almost 15 to 20 cents. Do you have any explanation for that?
It could be a simple thing of good bank versus bad bank. JP Morgan is saying that everything is going to be as okay as they're going to be. They're going to save $5 billion in money over the next few years. And stunningly enough, Wells Fargo, as wonderful companies it would seem, isn't saying a word.
Yeah, but if you think about them saving $5 billion by not paying people, that doesn't mean that the operating income of the company is any better. It's just that they're not distributing to anyone. Is that good news or bad news? I thought it was bad news. The market rallies, though.
I think it's good news, and the reason the market is anticipating it being good news, first of all, again, it's because of the whisper number, or rather the earnings estimate number. If they're saying they're going to be in line and people think it's going to be worse than expected, then you can get a little bit of a rally right now, because any good news, or any news is good news if it's not bad. I know that sounds silly. But the other issue here, though, is that by saving this money, it may enable them to get their capital ratios back in line, so they would not have to eat as much of the TARP money, and they can repay the government a bit faster. So with all this nationalization talk, it would seem that JP Morgan would be certainly one of, if not the only survivor.
I would have to say, if you can't make money, there should be no dividend. And it's the same way companies shouldn't be giving out bonuses to their management staff. If they're not making money, there should be no bonus, which is the dividend to the shareholder.
And I agree with 2 little points here I probably should have noted. When I say that they see the first quarter in line, I'm trying to find the headlines as I'm talking. They're actually going to be profitable in the first quarter. It's going to happen. It's not like they're going to lose money. JP Morgan, anyway. The other point here is that most institutions who own stock will only invest in companies that pay dividends. So you'll see a lot of companies, they'll slash the dividend to 1 cent a quarter a 1 cent total, or like J.P. Morgan's doing 20 cents a year, rather than completely slashing it, so that way they can keep the institutional ownership. Because a lot of the bylaws, like I said, of these institutions would force them to sell the stock, which would cause further downside pressure in an already very, very difficult market.
And that satisfies the requirements for the dividend stocks.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, you know what? It's a long day. I actually squeaked out a profit today. Worked hard all day. I got I shorted something that I shouldn't. Actually, and I've been struggling since the morning, but things look good.
Yeah. Well,
You get anything done today?
Yeah, and it was up. Probably about an average day for me. It wasn't gigantic. It wasn't horrible. It was one of those days where, I mean, it's so easy to say to stay short all day long, but there were so many little violent short covering rallies. So easy to get shaken out of. Probably my best trade was Chiquita Banana, or Chiquita Brands rather, which I mentioned earlier. CQB, which this morning I shorted very, very early, around 9. Let me get the exact time for you guys and gals out there. 9:34 a.m. The stock had gotten punished last week on terrible earnings on Friday.
Okay.
But there was a little bit of stagnation with it. It opened a little bit lower, but it held right around unchanged. And as soon as it broke unchanged, the stock immediately fell. It went down from 7.25 down to 7.04 in 1 minute. I caught almost all that gain. I shorted a good swath of the stock at a quarter, and I covered 7.07 and 7.10.
So the Chiquita, did you go long or short?
No, I was short the thing as it got through unchanged after opening higher.
Okay.
Just on follow through from.
See, I was afraid the thing would go bananas, so I stayed away from it.
Yeah, stop knocking around, Brendan.
Enjoy, guys. Have a good day.
Sure.